And now let's look at the 2023 elections and the third force arrangement. Now, with the defection of former Governor of Anambra State, Mr. Peter Obi, to the Labour Party LP, proponents of the third force movement are eyeing a coalition of 9 of the 18 registered political parties and other groups ahead of the 2023 general polls. The push is to give the Nigerian electorate a credible, alternative to the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC, and the main opposition, People's Democratic Party.
Now, there are reports that 6 parties on the banner of allied political parties and the National Consultative Front, NC Front, the umbrella body of the Third Force movement, have agreed to join forces with the Labour Party to present a joint presidential and other candidates for the 2023 elections. But the big question is, how far can the much talked about Third Force go, and what are their chances really? Now, let's bring in Felix Yusuf, who's a political and public affairs analyst. Thanks for joining us, Felix.
Thank you for having me. Good morning.
Morning. Let's, first of all, ask about the Labour Party movement, as a third force. What would you say makes this one different from other times when we've seen a third force?
Okay, in today's situation, we have a man well-rooted in the southern political space, a man with an excellent track record of delivery of good governance, a man that has been on the ballot for more than once, a man that has delivered competently, and a man that speaks to the reality, that speaks to the heart, a man that has this ability of uplifting the human spirit, coming on this party as a vehicle for him to advance his bid for the 2023 election. So there's a big difference here. The coming of Peter Obi to this party makes that difference. Secondly, people have gotten to that point where there is a need to have a wider choice on the political landscape, a wider choice on the ballot, so that Nigerians can have the ability to be taken from that dominance of the APC-PDP choice to another option. So the story is changed now. It's a different ballgame right now.
All right. There's growing rumors of political mergers between the Labour Party and possibly the NNPP. Do you see this happening? And would you say some merger is necessary at this point?
Yeah, to win an election in Nigeria, considering a merger from a section that has good background, good grounding, good influence from a region, and another section that has this same attributes coming together to form a merger is a wise political strategy. I think yesterday, the spokesperson of the National Consultative Forum hinted that talks are ongoing to fuse the Labour Party and the NNP. So when you look at the flag bearers in this party, these are charismatic candidates. These are charismatic people. These are people that have served as governors and delivered competently, especially in the areas that is really, really demanding, in the areas that Nigerians really want to see work again. Let's say, for education, the area of education. Konkoso, coming from the NNPP, has a track record of very excellent educational policies and execution. Same thing with Peter Obi. Konkoso is a man that is well grounded in the north. Same why Peter Obi is also a man that is well grounded in the south. So if these two parties are coming together to form a merger, I believe that this is a wide political strategy that can give them better chance of winning the 2023 presidential election.
Well, they're going up against the APC, which has held power for the last 8 years, and the main opposition party, which is the PDP. And a lot of people are talking, have also rumored that, these two political parties have, a very deep pockets. So a lot of work, I guess the Labour Party would need to put in play here. But let's talk about the fears, aside the financial aspects, the fears that the Labour Party doesn't necessarily have a proper structure in every region in Nigeria. And how do you think that may be fixed?
So I think in May, we had report of the National Consultative Forum, which is the umbrella body of the third force, fusing with the Labour Party. We also have the Labour movement fusing with the Labour Party. So there are elements here that can really form up the structure. if we want to just outrightly say there are no structure, I don't think we are doing justice to this party. There are structures coming up from this continuous fusion, and more party trying to join up with this party, bring in their workforce. Gradually, that structure will be yearning for the structure we're talking about will begin to proliferate and form up. If I the restructure here are Nigerians saying we are tired, we want a different system. The restructure here is every voter volunteering to be a volunteer, not just a voter or not just a member of the party or somebody that agrees with the ideology of the party. Let's say, for instance, if you're out on a campaign, maybe let's say a grassroots campaign, anybody you talk to, you are expected to ensure that this person is not just getting the message. This person is coming in as a volunteer. So on this platform, we don't just have voters. We have volunteers. People volunteering that, okay, once I get this message, I'm taking the message to the next person.
Okay.
These are the people that will stand on that day to ensure that their votes are counted, their votes are secure.
Felix, what we're seeing is that, on Democracy Day, he did give an instruction, Peter Obi, gave an instruction to people to post the flyers on their pages and use the hashtag #MyPeterObi. And at some point, we did see that he was trending. And we cannot ignore the fact that he seems to have garnered so much organic support on social media. Do you think that this support on social media will actually be translated at the polls? Because social media doesn't win elections.
Yeah, actually, social media doesn't win elections, as you say. But if you look at our statistics, the statistics of young people in Nigeria today, over 50% of our voting bloc is made up of these young people. And Peter Obi campaign, Peter Obi movement is driven by young people. Not just young people, it's entirely a people-driven campaign, a people-driven movement. And these people are not just on social media talking. They are outside, they are doing the groundwork. In last month, we had the 1 million march. That 1 million march was just like the EndSARS movement. Just that this time is people making a different demand. But the momentum, the force, the agitation, the spirit behind it was very similar. So these young people are not just on social media, they are outside speaking. People are doing the heavy lifting because they want a change. And they are seeing this possibility from the Peter Obi man.
All right. I want to quickly share, a video clip with you that I would like that you respond to. It's from Omoyele Sowore, who, of course, he also ran for elections at some point. Let's quickly have you watch this, and then you can respond.
The Labour Party had become an orphanage for politicians that are homeless. It didn't take long before our man ran there when he became homeless. The Labour Party should not have in its company somebody who managed 13 months of strike, worker strike in Anambra State. The reason Obi left PDP was because they outplayed him with transactional politicking. Where is the structure of Labour Party? You should ask yourself. In 2019, the Labour Party presidential candidate got 5,000 votes. I was allocated 33,000 votes. So even if you want to look at structures, the structure that delivered 33,000 votes is probably better and bigger than that of 5,000 votes. The Labour Party and the Peter Obi people should come and join us. We are the ones who know how to stand up for you. You said you were governor of Anambra State. When you were governor, did you build any schools, universities that your children could attend? If the question is no, why are you lying? Did you build any hospitals in that state that you can go for treatment if you fall sick? If it is no, why are you lying? Did you do any quality roads? If it's no, why are you lying? I am not here to do ethnic politics. I'm not here to do religious politics. I'm here for the liberation of the Nigerian people.
Oh, well, 5,000 plus 33,000, somewhere around 38,000 votes, should go far enough, according to Omoyele Sowore. But of course, Yusuf, let's get you quickly react to that. What are your thoughts?
I think this is very easy to analyze. In 2019, who was the flag bearer there? And in 2023, who would be the flag bearer? The difference, the margin is very wide. These are two different personalities. Just from the day that he announced that, okay, he's moving to a new party, you could see the momentum. Till this day, Peter Obi movement is going like a wildfire. Right now, it's a big threat because the bigger population of voters are now standing with him. So ordinarily, this should be a threat to other parties. So if Comrade Sowore is making such submission, I'm not surprised. It's just basic politicking, which is okay, which is healthy to ensure that we have a free and fair election, which is healthy and which is also permissive by a level playing field for everyone to sell their candidacy and the market another opponent just to advance their bid. That's okay. Because the thing is, it's not going to be business as usual going into 2023. It's not going to be just that Labour Party we all know about. Because right now we can see more parties coming to fuse with the Labour Party. And right now, the Labour Party is in talks, according to the spokesperson of the National Consultative Front, that the Labour Party is in talks with the NNPP. And we know the NNPP is also bringing on board a Kwankwaso, who has good track record, especially in the area of education. Mr. Sowore is a proponent of a labor movement, social and economic justice. And this same ideology is what would also direct the policies and manifesto of Peter Obi, given that his party is fusing with the labor movement. So in one way or the other, they will definitely get to that balance. They'll reach that balance where they can incorporate the social democratic ideals and Peter Obi's neoliberalism to ensure that his manifesto is serving the purpose of the party, to ensure that his manifesto is giving Nigerians the chance to say, okay, this man can do it, then let's give it to him.
Okay.
So this is kind of the resultant effect of all this strategy.
Felix, in that video, you did see that Sowore was making some claims. He was personally holding Peter Obi accountable. Do you think that young people or, the masses, I would say young people, are sort of rallying behind Peter Obi because they are tired of things, tired of things as it were, or is it because they're running to him because of the strength of his character? And I remember when he was President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan's time, a lot of people rallied behind President Muhammadu Buhari because they wanted a change. So do you think it's more about people being tired, frustrated and desperate, I beg your pardon, or because there's also a strength to Peter Obi's character that's making people stand behind him?
Besides being tired, people believe in what he can bring to the table because he has done it already while he was governor. One of the very basic driving force here is social economic justice that people have seen on Peter Obi's track record. Complete regard for the rule of law that he has exemplified. Because we are at that point where people really want to see that, yes, there is a law here, and this law should be respected. If you have a law that is binding, that law should be binding to all, and not just the power, and not just the weak. The law that should serve the weak should be the same law that should serve the strong people in the society. So, and you also made mention of could it be that people are rushing there because of the strength of his character? Yes, the character is there, but it's those people that are out there escalating it, that are out there amplifying who he is, because people believe that, oh, this is the man that can do it. Okay, we believe in this, then let's spread out the message.
Okay. I also want you to speak with regards the other political parties now, the APC and the PDP. They don't seem to be even getting as much attention as Peter Obi is getting. And that's pretty shocking. So why do you think that is? It doesn't seem like there's a lot of focus being placed on the current political party that a lot of Nigerians may say haven't done very well, but they're not part of a major part of the conversation. But how do you think is playing out here?
I believe electoral campaign to be a system that is pushed, advanced by people, especially young people. Before now, the big parties have to do their campaigns, take advantage of the media, and do all necessary things they need to do. But right now, we have young people coming to advance and push the campaign of Peter Obi. And these people are more energetic. These people have better ability to make use of the media, like say social media, grassroots mobilization. So definitely we should have more momentum from the Peter Obi branch than the two big guys, because the people out there pushing and advancing this campaign, this ambition, are outrightly more powerful, more energetic, more strategic, more agile than the other system.
Okay, should the PDP in this case, get a Southeast leader? Do you think that would greatly affect the chances of Peter Obi?
At this point, I don't think it would. If they want to get a Southeast leader, or if
a vice president,
a vice presidential candidate from the Southeast, or if they don't. At this point, I don't think it would. Maybe I believe it might just be like a phenomenon of dropping a pin in the river.
Okay. We look forward to having you join us again, as this conversation is one that is ongoing as we count down to the 2023 elections. Thank you very much, Felix Yusuf, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Enjoy the rest of your day.